Well, if it isn't my favorite walking paycheck. Here to talk?
Hi, how's it going? See anything interesting today? Good luck out there.
Nice day, huh?
Jetpack damaged or something?
Need some work done? Anything I can help you with? Looks to me like you've already... Okay, no problem. I'm sure you can find something...
No Aurora outside. Got it.
There's something we need to discuss.
Well, look who's back. Dalton's gonna lose it when he finds out you went to the Syndicate without talking to him. Middleman? I would pay to see the look on Dalton's face to hear. And you didn't even have the sense to speak to Bayou. Well, spending a few minutes to talk to someone could save you from hours of consequence. So tell me, what did you... Outside the Syndicate? That area's off limits, and I think we both know why. Imogene knew exactly what she was doing when she went there. If you think I'm paying for that information, think again. It's just a matter of time before it finds its way onto my desk. I had a feeling you'd say, enjoy your time with Dalton. It'll all trickle back to me sooner or later.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Is there something I can help you with? All right. This sounds like a closed-door conversation. Just a moment. Shutting the door and engaging locks. There. Now, is this some sort of joke? I thought Dalton was conducting a real investigation. And just where is this absurd? Is this a game? It is a horrible thing when such well-made plans can't be shared. I'm starting to wonder what Imogene ever saw in you. Dalton, I've heard enough. Now tell me who you're... Probably because you... It sounds like you're... Now that sounds... Fine. Since it's just you and me here, I leaked Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd. But I'm no mole. Please. It's insulting that you think I'd actually be working for someone other than Ryujin or myself. With the amount of secrecy and security surrounding that project. You see, I'm not a mole. I'm an opportunist. And no one is more loyal to Ryujin than I am. Masako, on the other hand, is losing her touch. Ryujin needs strong leadership for what lies ahead. A CEO who can make the hard decisions. It's all part of my plan. But don't worry. Infinity Ltd will never be able to complete Vina's work. I made sure of that. It was never my intent to involve Imogene. But when you arrived with information on Project Dominion, I knew Infinity had screwed up. I had no choice but to act fast. Imogene is the only one that Dalton and the others would believe was capable of pulling this off. It had to be her. What do you think? If someone was a threat to your family, would you be satisfied? Of course not. You'd eliminate the threat before it had a chance to act. In some cases, before it even realized what it was capable of. Back then, hard decisions were all about screwing people over and white-collar crime. So, now that you know, it's time to see how good you are at making... With your help, I can take down Masako and make the credits worth your while. So whose side are you on? Masako's or Ryujin's? Did I lose you? I'm disappointed in you, Op. And here I thought you had a good eye for opportunity. The only way you stop me from carrying out my plans to depose Masako is to kill me. You could try to get me fired, but that only delays my plans. Face it, this isn't a game. You want to bring the entire building security team down on you? Best case scenario for you is Ryujin executes you on either that, or you become a public spectacle who they'll prosecute at the highest level. I admit, I misjudged Infinity Ltd's level of competency. If only I'd have gone to see Simon myself, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But I've learned from that mistake. So good.
I've got my eye on you.
So, you're finally back. And here I thought sending you after her would be. I suppose you suddenly have all the facts. Of course. We've scrubbed security footage and run through access card permissions and found nothing. The project itself is an enormous security risk, but our lead R&D engineer, Vina Kara, has been working on ways to mitigate this. Yes, at least your assignment wasn't a complete waste of time. Evidence against Ularu. I hope Imogene realizes if she truly wants to back this up, she'll need to contact us at some point. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of writing up a report to summarize. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. She wants you to meet her in Vinakara's office. Just take the elevator down to research and development. You'll find Dr. Kara. Masako's been focusing on how to deal with Infinity Ltd. And their knowledge of Project Dominion. I believe her plans rely heavily on you. Vina's the head of our research and development team. She's the creator of Project Dominion, and often considered the protege of Ray DeCaris. Once I've examined this evidence, I may need your help. And not a word about this to anyone. I'll present.
Don't cause any trouble.
My company's future might be riding on this deal.
Welcome to Ryujin Tower.
I need that Rothosite if we want to complete the neuroamp.
I'm just concerned the entire station
Good,
was
you're
wiped out
here.
by-
It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. In due time, We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics. Let me introduce you to Vina Kalra.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification. Well, we can't, but the shielding aspect was never officially a part of Project. It was an afterthought of how to safeguard our own people from being manipulated. The research itself was in early stages, too early for board approval, so only my... You got that right.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Vina can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd.
I think implanting that device into your head is a mistake, but it's your choice, not mine.
You're a Ryujin employee, and we need a job done. We've trusted you this far, so I feel it's safe to continue the trend. I'm waiting. Pay attention. Well? Well, we expect our employees to do whatever it takes. Consider this an opportunity, not a risk. Good. That's...
And all I need is the last piece of the puzzle. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothosite.
Which is where I come. Their last shipment is late, and neither we nor Consolidated Mining have had... My thoughts exactly.
We need you to head out there, secure the shipment, and bring it back here so And I want to know what happened. Unfortunately, yes. So extensive tests and research were done on the planet, so the chances that this is environmental are slim. And setting up a station like this is second nature for Consolidated Mining. That's what I like to hear.
The mining station is CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Karen A3. The shipment should be in the research and control tower, but the outside doors are kept locked down. This keycard will let you enter the mines so you can access the tower from the inside. Good luck.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get that shipment back. Let's hope for the best.
You want to chat? Find DeMarcus. He's always willing to talk someone's ear off.
Dietrich, hey there. Welcome to... Of course. Watch your back out there.
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query.
Help yourself. Door's over that way. Yeah? What do you want? If you've got the credits, I've got what you need. Always. Sometimes sticks. Need to move some merch. If it's too hot to handle, we can take it up. Always happy.
What's up?
Hey, the contact for the job?
Understand your query.
I've got more than you can. All right, get out of here.
Take it easy.
Hey there.
I appreciate your kindness. I don't think anyone else in Neon. I feel a great... Certainly, my friend. Farewell, my friend. And tell everyone we have plenty of mining supplies.
Hey.
Here at Reliant Medical, we've got you covered.
What was the name of that guy, the contact?
Return of the interceptor roadblock.
While we're here, perhaps we should check in with Mateo or Noel. Well, that was fun. Now what? really necessary for you to drag around all that gear?
What's new with you today? I'd be happy to carry a few things for you. You be careful, okay? If you want help, I want to see what I'm carrying. It was nice talking to you again. Find anything useful?
Crimson Fleet, this is Delgado.
Responding to hail, you are cleared to dock. 10 to approaching vessel. Docking approved.
I really did think this place would see a bit more action.
May I be? Good to see you. I hope we have what.
If I can help you with anything, glad to haul what...
Don't stay away too long.
Was there something you need? Certainly.
If you need something, dropping off a few choices. Oh, I love catching up with you. Let's do it again sometime.
Dock at the clinic, the best medical facility in the settled systems.
Ma'am, I'm just the courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here? And in that
Got
year,
anything you need to
how many
offload?
times have we had
Trade
this
authorities always
conversation
buy?
about late or missing
Need some work done?
shipments of supplies?
Okay.
Yes, that sounds right. 3 times. I will be making... very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake, and the clinic requires reliable transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties.
It's a grav drive. I literally can't get here any faster.
Welcome to the clinic. I thought perhaps the name gave it away. This is one of the preeminent medical care centers in the settled systems. Are you? Because I don't have any appointments scheduled. We have a particular focus on astrovirology here. We have an excellent track record that speaks for itself. Whatever business you may be here for, I trust that you will conduct it quickly. I am, yes. I took over from Dr. Eswaran when he... While the clinic does occasionally take on research projects that have their own chain of command, I am ultimately responsible for the entire... The clinic has occasionally been faced with unique situations that might be... I'm afraid that information is confidential. Certainly. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of new worlds that humanity has set foot on. While many don't host some sort of life, there are more than any one of those worlds could be inhabited by all manner of pathogens. Someone has to try and stay ahead of what could be a very deadly curve. And none of us are in this for the credit. Either of those is reason enough for any of us to be here. Would you now? The more data we have about what's out there in the settled systems, I suppose we could consider you an independent contractor of sorts. Organic membranes provide excellent data for treating viruses. What we're looking for are basic organic substances. Just keep your eyes open as you travel and harvest things. Or frankly, if you can find them at a reasonable price somewhere.
I hate this delivery run. Can't ever get here fast enough.
You know, if you go out there with no helmet on, your head will totally explode. True story.
This area's off limits. Authorized... An outbreak? Understood.
Stopping at the clinic to do a bit of xeno research, eh? Count me in.
Sean, I don't want to go over this again. I'm tired, all right? Just not today.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm violation. Hey, who let you in here? This is a restricted area. Fine. I'll tell you. We're on a private contract with Infinity Ltd. It's for some... Dr. Lane and I were instructed to conduct human trials on several... So far, only one patient has survived. Not everyone can afford neuroamp technology. When it comes to the possibility of getting one for free, we had plenty of candidates to choose from. They understood the risks. Whoa, let's not take it too far. When Infinity hired us, they said human trial authorization was already underway, and the days went by, and nothing. Every time we'd ask, it was always just days away, but we kept working. Between the money and potential success, it was easy to tell ourselves that they'd come through.
Sean, what the hell is going on here? Who is... You think we stood by and did nothing? You've no idea how many hours we spent in surgery and how closely we monitored each and every one of them. It's moments like these when I think I just need to hear someone. Sean spoke the truth. We thought the approval would arrive any day, so we continued with the trial. By the time we started to catch on, it was already too late.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Those are human lives we're talking about, but you're treating them like
You really think that's possible? Don't you think the guilt of living with...
No.
tired, all right?
Hey, who let you in here? Fine. We're on a private Dr. Lane and I. So far? Not everyone can when it comes to the... They understood the real. Whoa, let's not take... When Infinity, the days went by between the money and...
Sean, you think you've no idea how... Sean spoke at the time we started.
Oh my God.
Infinity is the one that should take the...
No, she's right, Ken. It's what you and I both deserve after... How long have we talked about walking away or refusing to... Infinity may have lied to us?
You'd let some stranger like this just...
Yes, and you're going to let them Go ahead. Get whatever information you need.
If only we had a little more time.
Did Dr. Lane let you in?
Are you lost? We don't permit visitors in this wing.
I can see how you think I deserve this. I just never thought it'd go this far.
I just want to make it home tonight.
Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City.
Hello again.
Stopping by for a chin wag, Captain? Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots.
Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. Idiots. Stop by for a chin wag, Captain? Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila C
contraband and you can be on your way. All right.
Quick piece of advice. We hear the name Benjamin Bailey, and we should duck the other way. Fast.
Y'all babies once again in the crossfire.
From cuts and scrapes.
So go out, have your fun, live your best life. We'll be here when you're ready.
Our certified technicians will quickly and painlessly alter your physical makeup. In time you were treated.
I've got all the time in the world to
Equipment and accessories. All you
We're fully stocked on... How can I help you today? I hope you find what you need. Have a good day.
Keep out of my way and I'll keep out of yours.
Just hand Vina the shipment so we can get on.
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako. So I've heard. Now I shall excuse myself and get to...
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1? The mercenary group? Only that you mean business if you hired. They're not known for subtlety, and I take it they were at the station? I knew something bad had happened. Were there any survivors? Our station on Carinae 3A and Consolidated Mining's contract were both. We had no reason to believe they'd be under any... Of course, we had no reason to believe we had a... Corporate culture may have its ugly side, but that doesn't mean we... Our moves are strategic the moment we justify the slaughter of innocents. Good. I may not condone murder, but especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there? Our technicians are thorough, but they aren't that thorough. Your ship docking there simply caught their attention, is all. Dr. Lane. I believe Vina is familiar with his... Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic? The clinic serves all, but it can't be denied that they require credits to run. In most cases, the clinic is also the best choice for research. Not everyone has the resources to have decent medical facilities like us on site. They're going to pay, all right. So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation.
To hell with corporations and CEOs and profit margins.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have an... And with the Rotha site secure, it's on... Not long, according to her. She and DeMarcus have everything prepped. I believe it's just a matter of creating the alloy and molding it according to her design. Exactly. It also buys us time. I'm sure you remember your actions during Directive Theta, especially thanks to your inability to follow protocol. We now owe him a debt. What?
I knew it. I knew that man would find a way to make us do his bidding.
Of course, and we'd be doing them if not for your own show of incompetence. Unfortunately for us, this debt is paid in full. The administrator wants us to deal with a rival operative. And when I say deal with, it means he wants... This is not an assignment I give lightly. Our business relationship with Bayou must deal with the operative as you see fit. As long as your report states the target was eliminated, we'll tell Bayou that the task is complete. That's exactly what he wants to hear. Find the operative and do... We already have a team prepped to handle any fallout. When it's done, report back to Dalton.
Always a pleasure. Hope we can talk later.
Ugh, the specs they gave me for this job are so confusing.
Nito, glad you killed Warlord. I've got more than you. All right, get out of here.
Please tell me that seeing you here is just a coincidence. I needed a job, so my first test was breaking into the trade tower to get access. A guard spotted me. I hope that... I knew it. I knew that job was gonna come back. But I'm also still alive, which... Look, you promised you'd listen. And I am so grateful you remembered, because working at Ryujin taught me I always needed a backup plan. I have a place. It's not in the settled systems, so just let me go there, and no one will ever hear. You won't. I've had my fair share of reminders. I'll leave as soon as I'm able. Thanks for listening.
Back, eh? How's it going?
Over here. There's something. Save it for someone who gives it.
Scramble. Credits working for you. Several areas currently zoned as residential.
I don't want to. I'm tired of just.
With you wherever you go. Reliant Medical. It's time.
I will bring some.
All your hectic needs. Packaged food? Check.
The custodian's just finished polishing everything. Leave your hands to yourself, if you don't mind.
Don't wander into any restricted area.
Ah, back. I quite share your sentiment. I'll send word along to the administrator that for now, you've got more important things to deal with. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. In due time. Yes, you made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, for now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with. Imogene is a resourceful woman. In fact, she probably sees this as a paid vacation. My guess is she's lounging on a couch somewhere, binging. The people we're dealing with will expect... Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So, before you go, I want you to bring that... If I can't find hidden code on a single slate, I certainly deserve... Ularu is limited in what she can hide here. Plus, she'll have no reason to believe anyone will be looking in the first place. Then we'll have to find another way to build a case against Ularu. And it will... Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I've no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever. Now, let's attend a... We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who...
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can... We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget. The mole has already been exposed.
Of course. Thanks to another of my operatives. I know you're not insinuating that this is mine.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as our operative will receive the implant in... I have it on good authority, the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work.
And the public often gets what it wants.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you...
I hope you're ready for this. Good. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in our... Once you're done, meet me in my office.
If only there were more hours in the day.
Got my eye on you.
Are you sure you're okay? You left pretty fast.
I have to admit, I'm a bit jealous of Ryujin's gorgeous design aesthetic. The fact that the neuroamp can control and manipulate people against their will is disgusting. The device shouldn't be allowed to exist.
This unit does not possess advanced
Here's my look. The internal neuroamp is basically the next leap in our line of influential... It gives the user dominion over a less dominant target, meaning you can heavily influence another person's thoughts and actions. Technically, that remains to be seen. It's not legal, but those decisions will be left up to a higher power who is not... let's not get carried away there. That terminal... So, are you ready to get started? Neurosurgery is my specialty. I perform... So I like to think that I'm wildly overqualified. Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we... I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards.
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. There's little to no risk, assuming your brain is typical and you don't have any adverse reaction to the end. First sign of trouble, we back out and start evaluating other candidates. Of course, we've got...
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be...
Hey there. Glad to see you again. I hope you know what you're doing. I worry about you. Be safe.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? Huge success. No surprises, no signs of... Now, we just keep our fingers crossed and hope no unknown side effects. That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Let's just say it varies based on the... Some people have greater mental capability. Now that's something to talk to the drone engineers about. Now let's test this sucker out. Our preliminary testing was rigorous enough that there's little to no risk involved here. The biggest unknown was finding the perfect compatible alloy for the implant. Please, we're not Infinity. We believe in due diligence, but just in case something does go wrong, we've got him locked up in the test chamber. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation.
terrified what could happen should this fall into the wrong hands. I've never been so divided about something in all my life.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that my latest experiment will be a success.
Oh my god, that was incredible! What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. Well, I'd leave that up for Alexis and Lynn. Well, luckily that isn't up for you to decide. I hope you know, you're talking about banning my life's...
I'd even go as far as to call it the settled sin. That's something Ryujin isn't good. It really was fascinating how it's truly remarkable tech. Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape. Not at all. But I can imagine. We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. Maybe that's the... Besides, the neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the...
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, it sounds like you have an assignment to complete.
Didn't Pina say Masako wants to see you?
If Vina offers you a job as a lab rat,
don't cause any trouble.
I couldn't ask for a better boss than you.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure. Now that you've been outfitted with the internal, we're sending you into... Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industry. All right. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Of course not. The meeting is just a legitimate way in. Once inside, you'll be led to a waiting room where your host will be running late. That's your opportunity to make your way to either the executive floor. Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives. Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse.
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but they know at least some level of security is needed. Any mercenary or disgruntled worker can go shoot a place up. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Luke.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted. They all know career suicide when they see it. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft to his laundry list of crimes, fine.
With tech like that, I can see why you'd want to maintain control of the narrative, though I strongly object to the method.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a... Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Oh, let's just hope this program is as thorough as you say then.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have... Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their systems. I'm told security has masks to handle the situation. It's also possible they'll activate their building's defense system as well. You may run into a few automated turrets, so you'll still want to try and stay out of sight. If the information Simon provided is accurate, you can reach the control systems through a computer located. It's a pretty convenient stop if you enter in through the roof access. That old man's going to... We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks. And that's what we're hoping for.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the... If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough info. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. Ularu assured me it's safe.
The Overseer program will purge itself once it's primed. The only thing left on that slate will be proof of Infinity.
It doesn't matter what he believes. David's first move will be to verify the info. Once he receives confirmation, which he will, he'll see it as his duty. You and me both. So, any final questions? You'll be restricted to the marketing floor. You have the ability to manipulate. If someone has a key, the possibilities here. Pay attention. We're giving you a slate with a program that you also need to steal their... Once you're done, you're bringing... Depending on whether or not you You may encounter... Good luck.
Here's Simon's passcode. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator.
Don't screw this up. We should stick to the main plaza. Unless you like getting soaked by the rain.
There's something we need to discuss.
Something you might be interested in.
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
I've been waiting here for ages.
I look forward to listening to SS.
My career will be over if this deal falls through.
Do you have the program? It's one thing to hide your work in a network with thousands of employees. It's another to try and hide on a single slate. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
First Imogene, now Masako. Ularu keeps using people as rungs on the way up the ladder. Any one of us could be next.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally...
Good. Then let's nail Ularu right to the wall.
There's no doubt. Should you have even noticed the upload, the program itself is designed to ignore... Yes. Without that falsified evidence. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program.
Hey, can we skip the local chunks this time? Never agrees with my stomach. I can't think of a better place to recharge and ready ourselves for our next mission.
Still here, still finding you. Let's talk and we can all go our separate ways.
I know your type.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
You're here. There's nothing. I'm sure we can find. I'm sure you already know. Only the
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something.
Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself. Hello. Have a good day.
questions for you. A lot on your mind? It was really good talking to you. Happy to listen. Take your time. Important or not, I'm ready to listen. I certainly do. Hope we can talk later.
All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
Officer, stand down. He got away.
You have a death wish or something?
Target identified! I'm under heavy fire! Possible suspect at my location. Pack it in. We'll get him next time. One way to down.
Find you eventually. Gotcha! This is poison!
I can help you with anything, just lead the way.
If you ever find yourself with a hot lead, we will do our... Can I help you? Well, what's this so-called... All right. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this. Well, obviously the truth is what matters most. We have a reputation to uphold as a newsman. Of course. Is there at least a name I can... Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verified. Now, if you'll excuse...
Careful screwing with the security around here. These idiots aren't quite as bump. Just as the Free Star Rangers.
By all accounts, it has designed service. Galactic.
Get out of my face. You want a copy?
You're the best, and you deserve.
If we don't have it, we can get it.
Still here, still finding you.
I believe you were specifically told that we did not want a body count. A poor excuse. All the tools at your disposal, and yet here we... I hope you at least attempted to use the internal neuro. Let's not bring morality into question. When you... So now it's just a waiting game for SS. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
The murders are believed to be linked to a new investigation where Drexler would have been accused of numerous violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barrett for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want... Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom. Infinity is about to crumble before... That's where we come in. First, we'll issue a public statement. That's when we offer to acquire them. This isn't an act of mercy. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make... By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a...
Shed any employees. Ugh. Terminology like that.
We've already done some initial evaluations, so Infinity has a lot of appeal being in New Atlantis. Plus, there's always that handful of people that think they've got something to prove by not working for Ryujin. It is the right thing. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool. Yes, that's exactly what it's designed for. Fine. Whether or not you use the internal neuroamp is up to... You'll find most of the board members in their offices. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. I trust you'll get it done.